Hello and welcome. So, I did some thinking, and then I did some more thinking, and then I did some more thinking, and you know what I decided? I decided, fuck it. Let's just go for it. So today we're gonna start a hardcore let's play of Silent Hunter 4 Wolves of the Pacific. And by hardcore I mean that we will play on most of the realism settings, and when we die we are dead. No reloading, no saves coming, no nothing. The only acceptable situation where we might continue a career after we fail is if it was because of a bug. If I make a mistake and if it gets my submarine and me killed, that's it. Game over. And that should make it a lot more fun. So hopefully the game won't crash when I try to record, and let's go. To Lieutenant Commander Draco Green, you have been approved for the command of USS Sailfish, a Sargo-class submarine assigned to the Asiatic Fleet. Report to duty at Cavite Naval Base, Manila, Philippines, no later than December 9th, 1941. Proceed.
Gentlemen, as you already know, we are at war. I quote the President of the United States. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked
Dum
by
dum
the
dum.
naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The attack has effectively eliminated our entire battleship force for the time being. As a consolation, it has failed to catch any of our aircraft carriers in port, while the submarines and fuel reserves have escaped unharmed. During the past year, the Japanese military was engaged in a seemingly endless war against China, badly needing oil and other raw materials. Since we halted the trade with Japan, they schemed to seize the oil and mineral-rich East Indies and Southeast Asia. A Japanese attack into the Indies, Malaya, and the Philippines was expected, and plans prepared for it. But obviously, we have not prepared enough for an attack of this magnitude. The attack against Malaya has materialized yesterday, and last night the Japanese forces also attacked Hong Kong, Guam, the Philippines, and Wake Island. This morning, the Japanese continued with an attack on Midway. The Japanese offensive is extending throughout the Pacific, with the submarine force left mostly to itself. We need to act accordingly.
It has...
For the time being, we will conduct operations as...
Never mind. Wait.
Boats based in Pearl Harbor will patrol in Japanese home waters, and also reconnoiter the Marshall Islands, as it's presumed that Japanese forces are massing in that archipelago for a second attack on our bases. Manila-based boats will deploy to guard the vital island of Luzon against approach by enemy forces. Individual patrol orders will be received from your commander.
Okay. It has been a few months at least since I last played this game, so I might have to look up some of the controls, but the first few missions are relatively easy unless you actually kick a real hornet's nest, like trying to ambush a whole task force with its escorts. And we will not be doing that yet. I am planning on doing something like that eventually. Now let's... Yes, at very hard it sets you at full realism. We will turn on map contact, external camera, and event camera, which puts us at 74% realism, which is more or less the way I want it. Okay. So here we are. I have my coffee, I have my logbook, I have my medals, of which I have none yet, and let's check out our submarine and see about outfitting it. So we have no air search radar. And here you can see that we have renown. Essentially it's a measure of how much of a badass the fleet thinks you are, and that determines what kind of equipment you can requisition and actually get, and that's your currency for the game really. So let's pick up that, deck gun, a larger deck gun and put it on a bow mounting, and let's pick a twin AA gun for extra firepower. These are our torpedoes. They're often duds, they suck until later in the war where they are upgraded. Fortunately, that can't be helped. It rearranges the crew weirdly when it first places them. I like to... There should be one more decent gun officer in here, maybe, I don't know. Well, you will do, and this determines the skill of various people. Okay, you should be the best of the second rank. There we go. Have torpedo rooms are not often used, so their reloading speed is of minimal importance really, and no crew members are ready for upgrades as of yet. That does happen. Now let's look for someone who has good guns and good mechanical in order to put him in the rear torpedo room, and I know I went past one guy that had good stats. Guess we'll pick him if we can find him again. Where are you? And clicking up, clicking up. Damn it, where is he? He's lost forever. Oh, there he is. Okay, that should leave us pretty decently set up. Actually, we can exchange these like that, and that should leave those torpedo rooms more or less, you know, properly set up. And I would like to have like 3 or 4 guys in the damage control crew. The crew members which are actually crewing the stations which get damaged, and we will get damaged eventually, they will repair stuff on their own, but having a dedicated damage control crew which you activate does speed up repairs. And if we get blasted really hard while under the water and we need to repair some bulkheads or sink, those are too advanced people. You can only recruit, you know, raw recruits for free. For other stuff you need renown. So let's see what's our mission. December 9th, 1941. Departing tomorrow. Patrol celeb sea and engage enemy shipping. Damn. That's a really sucky area. There will not be a lot of hunting there, but it should be okay for, you know, reacquainting myself with the game a bit. Okay. And we have to wait a bit longer. Here we go. There we are, in our sub, under the water. Weird eyeballs? Nope, you're good. Okay, F1 is help, command room, map, periscope. F5 is the... whoops, the surface. There we are. Why does right-clicking do that? That's the deck gun, that's the AA, that's the sonar, that's radar, I believe. And F11